Hey guys, tonight we're going to make red beans and rice. So, backstory on this. There are two ways that I have in my adult life have made red beans and rice. The way I'm going to show you tonight is the quick way, easy. You'll have dinner on the table in 30 to 40 minutes. You do it all in one pot. Great for families, people who get home from work and need to get something going really quick. And so that's why I love this recipe. This is the recipe that I used to make when I worked full time and was raising two young rambunctious boys. One of them went to school in another county. My husband worked in another county, and we did not have a lot of time at home. It was crazy, crazy days back then, but I'm in a different season in my life now. My oldest son is grown. Of course, my youngest son is grown too, but if y'all watch my channel enough, you know that he'll live with us until we no longer can take care of him. But anyway, so I'm just in a different season in my life now. So for the past 10 years or so, I have made red beans and rice a different way. And I will show you guys that maybe in a couple of weeks, where I get dry beans and, I cook them on the stove or in the Instant Pot with all the seasonings. And then you serve that savory beans over, a bed of rice, and it's delicious, and we love it that way. But this was good too, and this hit the spot when you needed it, and you needed something quick and easy. So I was thankful for this recipe back then, and I know so many of you are busy and groceries are crazy expensive, and hopefully you'll find this one to not be too expensive. So anyway, so I'm going to go into the ingredients list. First, you're going to need a big pot. And actually, I'm making kind of a double batch of it because usually when I cook a lot. We eat it on leftovers for several nights. That way, I'm not in the kitchen every night having to cook. So I'm kind of cooking a double batch, so you can definitely cut this recipe in half for your family if that's what you need. So you're going to need a big pot. Ooh, this is my pot that I use. You can see it is well loved. It's an enameled cast iron pot from Lodge. And I absolutely love this thing. I think it is 7.5 quart. Make soup in it, and it's oven safe up to 500 degrees. So I cook roast in it. I've cooked stew in it. Short ribs, anything you need to put in the oven. You can sear your meat in it and put it right in the oven, sear it on stovetop, stick it in the oven. It comes with a lid. It is all oven proof safe up to 500 degrees. I absolutely love this pot. So this is what we're making our red beans and rice in. And I know some people may, ask about it, but there is a link. I'll try to put a link down in my description box for the video where you can go check it out. But now to my ingredients after you need a big pot. Because I am making a double batch, I've got two 14-ounce packs of smoked sausage. You can use whatever kind your family prefers. If you like spicy, of course, you can do maybe andouille sausage. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. You could do, beef smoked sausage. This is the kind we like, just plain old smoked sausage. You're going to need 2 bell peppers, 2 sweet onions. Mine aren't very big, so I'm doing 2 onions. Now, if you have a great big onion, you could probably get away with just doing 1. But 2 bell peppers, 2 onions. You will need 2 cans of kidney beans. I like the dark red kidney beans. You can totally use the light red ones. You will need barbecue sauce. We love Sweet Baby Ray's. Use whatever kind your family likes or whatever you have on hand. You will need some beef bouillon. I have this humongous thing in my cabinet. So I'll be using this. Because I have it in my cabinet, this is not something I normally ever put in it, but because I have it in my cabinet, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this in it. This is tomato bouillon. So I think I will just put just a little bit of that in it. You can totally omit that because I've never put it in before, but just because I have it and it sounds good, I was gonna put it in there. And you will need instant rice. This recipe that I'm making tonight is 3 cups, so you'll need 3 cups of instant rice. Of course, if you're halving it, 1.5 cups. You'll need 3 cups of water, and then whatever seasonings you might like to add to it. When I made it years ago, I really didn't add much other than the onions and bell peppers, that barbecue sauce, and the bouillon. That was really kind of enough to give it a lot of flavor. But I think tonight I'm gonna put a little bit of Cajun seasoning in it, and I use the slap your mama Cajun seasoning. But you know, if your family loves, you know, the garlic powder and onion, you can totally season this however you want, or you don't have to add anything. If you're a family that doesn't have a lot of seasonings on hand, then don't worry about it. The bouillon and the barbecue sauce and the onions and peppers should be enough to give it a lot of flavor. Because we're using bouillon, I'm not gonna add a lot of salt to it. I'm not gonna add any salt to it actually, and I'll just taste it and see, and then we'll go from there. So I'm fixing to get started. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in my pan, in my pot here, get it going on medium heat, medium to medium high. That's one thing about these pots. They take a little while to get hot, but once they get hot, they stay hot. So you don't want to put this pot on high because everything will burn. It's a heavy bottom pot. It's very heavy. So if you are using an enameled cast iron, you probably, if you've used it before, you'll know that, you know, you don't want to put it real high. It'll take it a little bit to get warm, but once it's there, and it'll keep getting hotter. So be careful with that. But anyway, I'm gonna get some oil going in medium to high heat, and I'm gonna chop up my sausage, and I'm gonna start browning that, and then we'll check back once that's done. Okay guys, I've got my sausage going, and I wanted to kind of show y'all how we cut it up. We just cut them up in little circles like that, just little discs. And you can see that I've just got this going in the skillet here, or in the pot, and I like mine to get a lot of brown on them, so I'm just going to keep cooking them until they are browned the way I like it. My husband come in and said something about my apron I've got on. So yes, it is July right now, and in Tennessee right now it is very hot. So the main reason I'm wearing it is because all my aprons are dirty, so I borrowed this one from my son. So that's the main reason I'm wearing it. But then I thought, well, you know, maybe I can bring a little coolness to us by wearing a snowman apron. So my husband did make a comment about that, so I was going to tell y'all about that. So I'm going to finish cooking these sausages. I'm going to finish cutting up my onions and bell peppers, and then we'll check back. Okay guys, I'm back. I have browned my sausages to where I like them. So I'm going to remove those from the pan. All right, and now I'm gonna add in my bell pepper and onion that we cut up. All right, so I'm gonna let this cook down. Again, I'm not gonna add any salt to this right now because we are gonna be using those powdered bouillon, and so we don't want it to be too salty. So I'm just gonna sweat these down and get these soft. Once you put in your liquid and your rice, it's not going to do a lot more cooking. So you want to kind of cook these down to where they're soft enough, you know, that where you like them, because it's not going to do a whole lot of cooking after this. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to cook these until they are as soft as we like them, and then I'm going to check back with y'all in just a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. I've been cooking my vegetables for a while. I know they look really dark and burnt, but all that is they are brown from the where I cooked the sausage in the pan, and it left all that brown where you fried the had the sausage going in the bottom of the skillet, and it left all that brown stuff on the bottom. When you put your vegetables in it, it soaks up all that, but that's flavor. So that's why it looks so dark, is because of where we brown that sausage first to start building some flavor. So now these are soft to where we like them. So now it's pretty much dump everything in except your rice. So we're going to start with 3 cups of water. We are going to do our bouillon, and this is about 2.5 teaspoons of beef and 1 teaspoon of the tomato. If you're only using the beef, do 3 teaspoons of the beef. So I'm gonna put that in. We're gonna put in our 1 cup of barbecue sauce. And because I'm extra and probably saucy too, I'm gonna add a little extra. We like the barbecue sauce in it. So I'm gonna add a little extra. And then I'm gonna add in my Cajun seasoning. I don't wanna do too much because I don't wanna make it too spicy. All right. And we've got our drained kidney beans. Those were 2 cans of kidney beans that we rinsed and drained. All right. And I'm going to turn my heat up on this because we need this to come up to a boil. You can also use this time to taste your liquid in your pot to see how it tastes. You know, that bouillon is very salty, so you want to, start out with a little bit, and you can always add more. But I just tasted mine, and it tastes great to me. Of course, you want to make sure it has plenty of flavor because you're fixing to put all this rice in it too. But that addition of that Cajun seasoning was really good. I can taste the barbecue sauce. I can taste the onions and peppers, so that all tastes really good. So I'm gonna let this come up to a boil, and then I'm gonna dump in my rice and my sausage, and then I'm gonna check back and tell you where we go from there. Hey guys, while I was editing the video for my red beans and rice, I realized that the part where I added the rice did not get recorded. So I just wanted to jump in here and tell y'all. So once that came to a boil, all I did was add in my 3 cups of instant rice and my the smoked sausage back in, stirred that up to get the rice coated with all the sauce, and turned off the heat, put a lid on it, and moved the pot off of the heat. And then you let that sit just with the lid on it for that rice to absorb all the juice. You let that sit for about 5 to 7 minutes. And that was all that was missed, was just me adding that rice and the smoked sausage, taking it off the heat, putting the lid on it, stirring it up, you know, all that. So I hate that didn't get recorded, but I'm just now realizing it now that I'm trying to edit the video. So I wanted to hop on and tell y'all that one step. But now we'll pick back up with the taste test. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, I'm back. The red beans and rice sat on the stove off the heat for 5-7 minutes. I mixed it up and it's perfect. So let me show you what our bowl looks like. If you can see that, doesn't that look delicious? Okay, so Aaron, my son Aaron, did not want to come do the taste test. So my husband, Patrick, has agreed to do the taste test. So he may not be as nice about it as Aaron is. No, he always likes my cooking. That's one thing I'm thankful for. He says he'll eat anything that doesn't eat him first. So I'm thankful that that he is a good eater and, you know, is willing to eat just about anything I make, except for the one time when we first got married that I made sausage and eggs and I got the eggs too salty. And we could not eat it. He was trying. He was really trying. But other than that, he's pretty much been able to eat anything I fix. So anyway, so we're fixing to get on to the taste test. So you can eat it just like this and it's fine, or you can top it with a few things. I've got some green onions here cut up on our fancy china. And hold on. And so I'm going to put some green onions on mine. And I like to put fake Parmesan on mine. I love Parmesan cheese on my red beans and rice, so that's just probably a me thing. Other people may not like it, but that's what I like. So I'm going to put some of that. Oh, now Aaron has decided to join us. So I'm going to put some of that on there. And you want cheese?
Yeah.
And I'm going to put some green onions on mine. All right. And this is now what it looks like with the Parmesan and the green onions on it. All right. So now we're fixing to go in for the taste test. Want to get a little bit of everything here. Do you want to do a taste test too? Okay.
Very good.
That is really good. You can really taste the heat from the Cajun. So if you don't like spicy stuff, you might want to leave that out, because I think that mixed with the barbecue sauce does give it just a little bit of heat. But I think it's delicious. So it turned out really good. Maybe Aaron will be willing to taste the next thing. Do you want to bite? Okay. Oh, you want to come sit down and take a bite? All right, well, hold on. We're gonna change out seats here and let Aaron come take a bite. Come on. No. False alarm. Okay, so thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.